بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه في ليلة القدر وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر صدق الله العظيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أنزلناه.
Inna is indeed, surely, we, capital we. Anzalnahu is revealed. It's a verb, form 4.
What does Corpus say on the Anzalna?
First person plural, form 4, perfect verb.
Right, so perfect means it's past tense, right?
Past tense, yeah.
So everyone keep that in mind because that word that is very important. It's past tense. Okay, so if it was present tense, it would have had the year in front, right?
Yeah.
So it's past tense. Inna anzalnahu fi.
In.
We revealed it in Laylatul.
Laylatul is a night.
Night, yeah.
Layl is night.
Al-qadr.
This is an interesting one. I'm going to leave it to you.
Qadr,
Now
Qadr is going to do what?
we have a dictionary translation, and the dictionary translation is decree, ordain, possess strength, power, divine, decree, fate, destiny, predestination. So those are all in the dictionary that we found. And when we discussed it the last time, we were not happy with what we came across, and we went and looked at Parvez. And Parvez comes up with measure, determine, calculate, estimate, and volume.
Okay, so everyone got that? To measure, calculate, estimate, determine.
Oh, Sarah just added now that the dictionary also gives you measure.
Right. Okay, we'll come back to that, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to do the whole surah, right? And then we'll unpack, okay?
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll go through the Arabic. Or do you want to do line by line?
No, because we forget to do the whole Arabic.
Okay. Laylatul Qadr. Laylatul Qadri. Revealed it. Anzalna is in past tense, right? Fi Laylatul Qadr, in the night of Qadr. Okay? Qadr. Okay, you want to repeat for Adam? Qadr?
Yeah, okay, I can do that. The dictionary comes up with, we checked the dictionary, we researched it first time. The dictionary gives us a decree, ordain, possess strength, power, divine, decree, predestination, fate, destiny, measure. And then when we looked at it, we did some research on it, and we looked at Parvez, and Parvez is talking about measure, determine, calculate, estimate, volume.
Okay, Adam, you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Right. If you have any, if we're not clear, we're missing anything, please let us know, eh? Right.
Yeah, will do.
Wama.
And what?
Right. Verse 2, ne?
Yeah.
Wama adraka.
And what is
Wama?
and what?
What?
Adraka
Adraka.
is to let someone know, inform somebody, or notify or advise somebody. That's also
Like the ka. Yeah? Oh, you done?
it's a third person masculine singular, form 4 perfect verb also.
Okay, so adraka is ka is you, singular,
is what again?
Laylatul Qadr.
We will discuss that now.
Right. Laylatul Qadri. Khairun.
Khairun is good, excellent, outstanding, superior, admirable, better, best.
Good, superior. Sorry, one more time. Good, superior.
Good, excellent, outstanding, superior, admirable, better, best.
Better, okay. Khair, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Min alfi shahri.
Min is from Alfi is 1,000 or millennium, hundreds of thousands. So it's talking about a time period, hundreds of thousands of years. Shahrin, months, new moon,
Right.
month, yeah. Remember we discussed months, this Shahrin some couple of weeks ago. Shahr.
Yeah, Shahru Ramadan.
Yeah.
Tanazzalul malaika. Nazala.
We did Nazala is to reveal.
I think this is a form.
This is a
Form eight, is it?
form 5.
Five, yeah. Tanazzalu.
Tanazzalu, yeah.
Malaika.
Malaika. We're gonna
Okay,
say,
Tanazzala for everyone, sorry. It's a verb, okay?
yeah.
Yeah.
The ta in
Malaika.
the ta in front, Iqbal?
The ta. It's feminine by usage. Doesn't mean it's female, okay? By usage.
Okay, all right.
Okay. It's like in English, you say, when you refer to the earth, you say she, you don't say he. It is feminine by usage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Malaika too, the dictionary talks about guardian angel or an angel, stuff like that. We don't refer to Malaika as guardian or angel, we talk about Malaika.
Yeah, that's a different meaning altogether. We'll discuss that.
Yeah.
Waruhu.
Ruh is to breathe, breath of life, soul, spirit. Also a gun barrel is Ruhu is a gun barrel also. And then we checked on Parvez. Parvez said it's divine energy. Parvez spoke about divine energy.
Right, Ruhu.
Fiha therein. Bi-izni.
Bi-izni.
Bi-izni. Permission, authorization.
Rabbihim.
Yeah, your Rabb.
Your Rabb, right? Rabbihim, your Rabb.
Or their Rabb. Min kulli. Min for.
Amr.
Kulli amran. Kulli is every, totality, entirely, everyone, each one, anyone, the whole or entire all. So that's kulli. Amrin is is an order or a command, instruction, ordinance, a decree, power, authority, imperative, sovereign, a sovereign power. So Amr, we normally refer to it as Allah's Amr.
Instruction, command, decree, order, right? Yeah. Okay. Salamun.
Salamun is soundness, unimpairedness, intactness, peace, peacefulness, safety, security, greeting, a salutation, to salute somebody, military, national anthem, general welfare, commonwealth. And we looked at Parvez. Parvez talks about protection from interference.
Salamun. Hiya hatta. Hiya hatta.
Here is
Until.
it or is. Hatta is until, yes, until. It's a preposition until.
Matla'il.
to rise, time of rising, point of ascent, starting point, point of departure.
Al-Fajr.
Al-Fajr is break of day, daybreak, dawn, morning, twilight, beginning, outset, to start.
Okay. Right, so we've done the Arabic, right? Anyone got any questions regarding the Arabic? Comment? Anyone? Adam? Zaida?
No, I'll follow.
Okay, Zaida?
No, I'm okay.
Shireen Sheikh?
No, nothing for me.
Tareen?
No, carry on.
Shanaz?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. Right, now let's look at, let's unpack the Arabic, okay? What we read of the Arabic. Right, so inna, surely. Inna. Surely, indeed, definitely, right? It's something which is guaranteed. Right, so when Allah says surely, it means there is no doubt. It means it's guaranteed. It means when Allah guarantees something, no one can do the reverse. No one can remove it, delay it, oppose it. It will happen. It is going to happen. Why? When we say surely, why? Why will it happen?
Because Allah said so.
Allah wants it.
Yeah,
He wants it to
Allah
happen.
has all our power. Allah has sole authority, sole decision-making powers, absolute power, absolute wisdom, absolute knowledge, absolute control. So when Allah says inna, surely, it means it's guaranteed, definite. Okay? In the same way, whatever Allah tells us in the Quran is going to happen, will happen. Whatever relates to this world, akhirah, everything that Allah tells us will happen, because whatever Allah tells us is haqq, is the truth. Allah tells us everything that comes from Allah is the truth, always the truth, nothing but the truth. Okay? Inna anzalnahu. Yeah?
Sorry, I just want to mention, it doesn't state in here, in any of these verses, that it is for Ramadan.
Verses are for Ramadan.
Or that the night of power is for Ramadan. It doesn't state anywhere in here, in any of these verses.
Are you making a statement or are you asking a question?
No, it's actually a bit of both. Because a lot of people think that Laylatul Qadr is only in Ramadan. Does this not mean that it is for any time?
Okay. All right, let's look at it and then we'll bring that into our discussion. Right?
Okay.
So surely Allah says we have revealed. It's a past tense. Anzalna. What's the meaning of Anzalna? There's two meanings to Anzalna. The one is where it relates to something coming down. Like, for example, the rain.
Yeah.
Right? Allah talks about the rain. So there, the rain comes down from the top down, top to bottom, from the clouds down. So that's coming down. But Anzalna could also mean revelation. The Quran was revealed, and other books were revealed to the Nabis. It didn't come down from somewhere. It was revealed. Okay? So Anzalnahu in this case means revelation. Anzalnahu, it. So what is it referring to now? Revealed it. Revealed what?
Quran?
Quran. It has to mean the Quran. It can't mean anything else. Talking about the Quran. So the Quran was revealed. Right? P. In. Layla. Layl. Tulijul layli wa nahar. Allah says, Allah calls the night into day. Wa tulijul nahar wa layl. And Allah calls the day into night. So this is your night, 24-hour day, night. It doesn't talk about a period. It talks about a specific night. Laylatul Qadr. Night, l-qadr. translation that people use for qadr is power, night of power. Okay? But for the word power, we use the word like aziz. Allah is power. Okay? So there's another word for the word power aziz. Qadr is related to measurements, like we said, estimation, okay? To quantify, to value something, to determine. The other meaning we can use is where there's a determination taking place, measurement, calculation, etc. So far Allah is talking about here, the Quran was revealed. So it would mean the commencement of the Quran began at night. Why at night? Why is he talking about at night? Why would the revelation begin at night?
Why?
Any comments?
Because during the day we all busy with the dunya and dunya life. At night everything is quiet. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, when there's peace and quiet and tranquility, etc., Allah chose the night to begin the revelation of the Quran. So this is basically referring to the beginning of the revelation of the Quran. Now, how do we know it's the beginning? Could it be the beginning or could it be the revelation at any point in time?
Let me just ask a question, right? If you're saying the beginning, the revelation, then we're looking at Iqra, right?
Good point, yeah?
So how we would look at Iqra in conjunction, if you're looking at the beginning, this is the night in which it was revealed.
So you're saying the first word was Iqra. And
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right, before I comment, anyone wants to comment on what Adam is saying? It's a good point, a very good point, very relevant. How do you reconcile that? That Iqra would have been the first verses to be revealed, and then we have here it's saying Inna Anzalna. Anyone wants to comment? Okay.
No.
Okay, so this ayah is telling us that the revelation began that particular night, right? But it does not mean that this ayah was the first ayah to be revealed. You got it, Adam?
Yeah.
What he's saying, what the Surah is saying, that the revelation began at night, right? But it does not mean that this specific ayah was revealed that night.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Right. Now we're talking about that specific night when the Quran was revealed, Laylatul Qadr. So it's not saying here that it's every year.
Yeah, got that.
In the surah here, nowhere does it say that every year is Laylatul Qadr. Or on the anniversary of Laylatul Qadr you must have it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay, we can...
The second belief is, they say it's one of the odd nights. So why do you celebrate it on the 27th night when it's supposed to be on the 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th or the 29th? Why do you specifically choose the 27th night? The other point I want to make is there are groups of Muslims that started fasting a day before, with Makkah.
Yes.
Then there's another group that started a day later. If you're saying Laylatul Qadr is on the 27th night, which night is correct now? The group that started the day earlier or the group that started the day later? Any comments? Okay. So, nowhere it says here that now we must every year come, every 27th odd night, whatever they want to call it, that's the night now we must now celebrate the revelation of the Quran. It doesn't say so. Right. So Qadr is to measure, right? It's related to measure, estimate, determine. Right. What is Allah talking about here? Qadr. Determining what? Measuring what? Estimating what? Any comments?
It could be the number of years that it took for the Quran to be revealed.
Yeah. You mean to measure the number of years?
Yeah, that could be. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Any other comments? Anyone else? You heard what Sarah said?
Or maybe to measure our progress. The progress we made.
The progress. Example?
Like as a person,
developed yourself, or that measurement of doing beneficial deeds and all that.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's a measure.
Even what Sarah said makes sense. It will fit in as well. Any other comments? Remember, it's talking about qadr. Measure, determine, estimate, calculate. What Allah, remember, can we, one of the meanings of the word is to estimate. Can we use that word, estimate?
I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
You told us last time, I just can't remember now.
You know, we get quite a few meanings. When we look at the dictionary, we get a few meanings. And then we end up taking certain and we dump. Some of them we don't take. Can we use the word estimate?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
Because this is referring to Allah Ta'ala, and Allah Ta'ala is talking about the revelation and what you said earlier on, where he says, Inna, surely this happened. There's no estimation. It's perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes sense. You say, with Allah there's no estimate, because with Allah everything is accurate. Allah creates everything accurately. The universe, the earth, the stars, the moon, the galaxies, the insects, the fish, the oceans, the minerals, the gases, the mountains. Allah doesn't estimate. He does everything accurately, precisely. Okay, if you read the book called God Arises, you will find that everything that operates in the universe, the sun, the stars, the earth, if it had to move away from its orbit by a breath, a hair, the width of a hair, our hair, it would cause chaos in the entire universe. So with Allah, there's no estimate. Everything is accurate to the finest point, to the finest atom. That's why Allah says there, every atom's worth of beneficial deeds we do, we will see it. And every atom's worth of harmful deeds we do, we will see it. Atom. That means totally precise, which the naked eye, our naked eye cannot even see. Precise. So the word estimate we cannot use here. Although one of the meanings of the word qadr is estimate, but we cannot use it for Allah. We can use it for human beings, yes, but not for Allah. Okay. So we were talking about qadr. What does Allah measure? What is Allah measured on that particular night? Determined. All the rules and the laws for us to live by, all the instructions given in the Quran, all the omissions, what we must leave out, all the commissions, what we must do, how we must live individually, collectively, how we must behave, how we must think, how we must use our time, how we must live on earth, how we must eat, how we must use our resources, how we must spend our resources, how we must earn our resources, all that, how we must treat one another, how we must communicate with each other, everything on earth. That's how we must live while we are on earth. Allah has determined for us, calculated for us, measured for us in the Quran. It is all given to us in the Quran on that specific night. Allah began that process for us, and He has given us that information through revelation, through our Nabi. For us, it is already done for us. We don't have to make any laws. We don't have to create any laws. We don't have to manufacture any laws. We don't have to think of ideas of coming up with how to live, what to do, how to behave, how to communicate. All that is given to us by Allah already. All we have to do is study it, analyze it, apply it in our life, individually, in our homes, in our communities, in our nation, and internationally. That is what Allah is talking about, qadr. It cannot refer to the universe, the earth. It cannot refer to insects. All those processes were created before us. So it refers to the revelation which is given to us, measured for us, accurately, precisely, perfectly, with no errors. Those laws are there for us. All we got to do, study the Quran, analyze it, research it, ponder over it, and then apply it in our lives, so that we can benefit in both worlds. Any comments? Adam?
Well, there was two questions. Well, not questions actually, but two inquiries about the Laylatul Qadr. One was from Zaida and the other one was from Adam. Maybe at this point we should maybe just refer to verse 2:185, the first sentence of 2:185.
Ramadan.
Yeah.
Yeah, your comment was?
I'm saying we should just refer to that because Allah Ta'ala is also talking about Shahru Ramadan al-Lazi unzila fil Quran.
Nazala.
So it was Quran was revealed in this month kind of thing.
Yeah. So Zaida, to answer your question, the Quran was revealed in Ramadan. So therefore, Laylatul Qadr would have been in Ramadan.
Okay.
You got it, Zaida?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Does it answer your question?
Well, I was just thinking that people are looking for, the night of power, but they only look for it in Ramadan and not any other time.
Yeah, but remember what I said. It's not done every year. That night is that particular night when the Quran was revealed. And it's not called a night of power. It's called a night of measure, night of determination, qadr.
Okay, thank you.
So it's pointless.
Right, so we've been taught incorrectly where it says power.
It's pointless for people to look for this night in odd night, even night, whatever night they want to look for it. They're not going to find it. Because as Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran, this happened, it happened, it's past tense. It's not happening, it's not going to happen, it happened.
Once off.
Yes, once off.
Okay. Any comment from anyone else?
Yeah, I'm following.
Adam, you got a comment?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Shana?
I'm sure if you put everything together, yeah.
Okay. Shanaz, you got any comment?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Shireen, Zaida, and Sarah, any comment?
No, nothing.
Okay.
No, shukran.
All right, so it refers to the measure determination, right? On that particular night. Okay. Right, let's move on. Now, Allah is asking a question here, a rhetorical question. What is that particular night? What will explain to you what is a night of measure? Why is Allah putting that forward in that manner, in that style, in that language? Who is Allah talking to there when Allah says, what will explain to you? To you, who is you?
We. Allah is talking to us.
Convey to you. To us.
Yes.
So when you're reading that particular ayah, each one of you, each one of us, when we are reading that ayah and Allah is talking to us directly, what will explain to you? Our Creator is talking, the Creator of the universe. Our Creator is talking to us. He's asking us this question. What will explain to you what is the night of Qadr? What should go through our mind?
The Quran will explain to us.
Yes? Any other comment?
Everything Allah created is measured, right? So we've got to measure think of all that. How excellent is His measures.
Remember, when we read in the Quran, we don't rush through the Quran. We stop, we ponder. The objective of the Quran is not to speed through it, not to rush through it. It's to read it, think about it. And pondering could be from anything from 1 minute to an infinite amount of time, to hours, to days, to weeks. We could end up pondering on one particular ayah for months, for years. So, when we're reading that part there, we stop. Allah is asking us now, Allah is talking to us. Okay. What will convey to you? What is this night of Qadr? What will explain to you the importance of this night? How powerful this night is?
All Allah's attributes, everything, how in awe we are of Him. Maybe that's what we should be pondering.
Yeah, good point. Any other points?
To ponder about all of Allah's creations.
Or we might think that it's impossible to attain, but we can.
Yeah, so Allah is asking us the question here. I am trying to impress on you. That's what Allah is saying. I am trying to impress on you the power of this particular particular night, the force of this particular night, the energy, the might, the influence this particular night is going to have on all human beings, and how it will impact on them, on human beings, till the end of time. So it will have such an impact on human beings that the people around the world will be categorized into certain categories. You will have those people that will have iman in the Quran. You will have those people that will be hypocrites. You will have those people that will be rejectors, right? And everyone on earth will be influenced by the message of the Quran, whether they are believers or non-rejectors. The believers will be influenced by the Quran in a manner which they will try to apply the guidance of the Quran to bring about justice and truth on earth, and to remove injustice, suffering and misery on earth for all human beings and all creatures. And the rejectors will also be influenced by the Quran in a sense that those who are believers in the Quran, who are convinced, they will prevent the rejectors and the oppressed from achieving their aims and objectives, to oppress, to enslave human beings in different ways, to cause human suffering and misery in different ways. So that particular night is so powerful that the process has begun. The revelation has begun. No one can stop that revelation from spreading. No one. People have tried it, will try it, will continue to try it. They won't prevent it. They tried it in the time of the Nabi. The system was established. After the Nabi, it continued. It may have weakened, but it continues. It will continue to spread. So imagine that particular night, what process has begun. It's like the Big Bang.
For the greater Muslim community, Qadr is the last 10 days.
Okay. So you say Qadr is the last 10 days.
Well, as I said, this is now my whole life. Yes, that's what. And if you listen to any lecture, anything for Ramadan, specifically the last 10 days, are the ones that. So okay, yes, maybe not it is not the last 10 days. What would be incorrect to celebrate the revelation? What I'm saying is, if the reason for the night of Qadr is the fact that the first Quranic verses came down, what would be wrong in that? Why would we think without a doubt that there is nothing about the night of power in the month of Ramadan? Why would it be to a point that there is nothing significant? I'm trying to unpack my whole life here. I mean, like learning, because I must admit, I agree with a night of Qadr, and yes, it could be any night in the year. It could be every night in the year. But if the Quran was revealed, the Quran was revealed in Ramadan, why not celebrate the night of power in Ramadan? Specifically, rather than every other time.
Okay.
I want to ask.
You say celebrate what?
Wait, Iqbal. I want to ask Shanaz a question.
Yeah, okay, you want to comment?
Yeah, no, I want to ask Shanaz a question. How would you celebrate it, Shanaz? Okay, before you came on with your question or suggestion, I was gonna say, Iqbal asked a question: why is this night so important? Why is it so important? Or what is it? And I was gonna say that Allah Ta'ala has revealed the Quran to us in this night. That is the most important thing about this night. He's given us the Quran. That is what we're supposed to be proud of, be happy about, be in awe of. So study the Quran, ponder the Quran, study all those verses, look at all those verses. That's how you're going to celebrate that night of power. It's not going to happen that night. You're sitting that night and making ibadah the whole night. Doesn't help. You got to do what's in the Quran for every minute of your life.
No, I agree with that, but I'm saying, and exactly what you said, to glorify the revelation of the Quran, particularly in the month of Ramadan, why not make mention of it or in a way that is different from other months? I'm failing to see the reason why it shouldn't.
Look, Shanaz.
But I'm listening.
Okay. To celebrate, the way you're saying, I'm using your word now, celebrate, on a particular night in Ramadan, Laylatul Qadr, is nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong in there. First of all, I don't understand the way you're going to celebrate it. I don't understand what you mean when you say celebrate. To me, it makes sense what AK said, what we should do. That's how we should celebrate the Quran. But when you're talking about celebrate on this particular night, what do you do on this particular night that's different? What do you do?
Well, as I said, people do it differently, but yes, to reflect, to understand, to learn, to get guidance, those kind of things. Reflect a little bit more on that particular night, or in Ramadan, should I say. But it's your love, your respect. Be thankful that you have been given this as a guidance. So you reflect on all of those things, and Ramadan chosen, Qadr chosen because of the fact of when the Quran was first revealed.
So Shanaz, there is nothing wrong celebrating the way you're saying. If you're reading, you're talking about the Quran, etc. Okay? But people must bear in mind that the actual meaning of Laylatul Qadr is that particular night when the revelation began. So, what must come back is that the message of the Quran, the power of that particular night, the magnificence of that particular night, the energy, the divine energy from that particular night must make an impact on the Muslim to understand that, like AK said correctly, don't wait for this particular night. Make it every night. Make it every day. To read on the Quran, to study it and to apply it and to live it. That's what it should be. Remember that woman we saw on the video, I think everyone saw this video. This woman, she lost 2 of her sons are in prison in Israel. She lost her home, it was demolished. Can you imagine this woman's iman? The level of her iman. That she is still so energetic, positive and fearless. Look at the level of her iman. She is now, I would say, living up to the level of the Quran. So why wait for that particular night? Make it every night. And why last 10 days? Why not in any of the 30 days of Ramadan? Why wait for the last 10 days? Any comments, Shanaz?
Because really, in America, in Europe, in Asia, in South Africa, the general consensus is the last 10 days.
Another comment. So it's not wrong, Shanaz. It is not wrong to do it. The more we talk about the Quran, the more we celebrate it, the better it is. But what I'm saying is, don't wait for that last 10 days. Don't wait for the next Ramadan. Many people died through COVID, for example, not making it this Ramadan, not making it the previous Ramadan, etc.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. وما أدراك ما ليلة القدر ليلة القدر خير من 1000 شهر تنزل الملائكة والروح فيها بإذن ربهم من كل أمر سلام هي حتى مطلع الفجر صدق الله العظيم.